Wooey wooey, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Starfield. We're here as always, ready to get Freddy. Oh man, it's been a minute like usual. I think we did our last episode like a few days ago, kind of thing. Um, or like a week ago, something like that. I don't even know, but no, I mean. I'm always excited to be here. Always excited to do some more Starfield. Starfield is honestly one of my more favored Bethesda's Bethesda fucking IPs. It's really good. I enjoy it. Space in general is my go-to. Space is my go-to for in general stuff. So a space RPG, count me in. Uh, we will at some point be doing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Oops. We own it because it was free, so that was nice. We'll probably do it on the PS5 later on. There's a decent amount of games that we really still need to get to and stuff, and also finish. I mean, we I was thinking about it a bit ago, but we still have that one game that we started, new something. I can't remember what it was, but we started it forever ago, ended it with like around the same time. So I think it was like the second reboot of Far Cry, and but but yeah, no, I just thought it was interesting because in general, so I was looking. I wonder if it has a page. So like in general, you got Bloodborne, No Man's Sky Live, Stars Are for Champs. Thought there would be another Apex one, but whatever. Maybe it's just yeah. I thought maybe we just haven't collectively collected them all as one. But this is kind of more when we started making playlists. Halloween streams, Resident Evil 2, got Resident Evil, Remnant Live, that's with Eddie. No, that's not with Eddie, that's with me. It's by myself. The Forest, that's with Eddie. Stardew Valley, that's with Eddie, and those are both videos, video series, so edited. Lego, Cold War campaign. Watch my mental degradation as this game is totally friggin' tubular. Okay, there's the Apex playlist I was thinking about. God. Resident Evil 7, Dishonored, Halloween streams, Resident Evil 0, because we have 1 and 2, and then we go back to 0. 4 HD, 4 remake, Alan Wake Vision. Oh wait, no, that's just okay. Dying Light, Last of Us, Genshin Impact Season 1, Biomutant, Last of Us Left Behind, Resident Evil 3, Metro Last Light, Metro 2033, Dead Space 2008, Dead Space 2, Amnesia Rebirth. I know for sure Amnesia Rebirth was before all these. It just didn't, have a playlist. As for a lot of these games, didn't have a actual playlist up until this section, where I started trying to get all my games more in playlists. I don't know if I completely finished it. I know I have to get through the Dishonored DLCs. I think Death of the Outsider as well, surprisingly. Dishonored 2, Cyberpunk 2077, Evil Within, Executioner, Doom 2016, Amnesia the Bunker, Evil Within the Assignment, Evil Within the Consequence, Alan Wake Remastered 2021, Death Stranding game of all time, Resident Evil Code Veronica. Oh my god, fuck you. Sorry, this is totally eventful. My bad. Edited a playlist and now it's at the fucking top of it. Where were we? Prey. Okay, so that's from forever. Jusant. God, when was 9 months ago Jusant happened? That's crazy. That's crazy we did Jusant 9 months ago. Jusant was so good. Armored Core Season 1. Mundan, which was way before. Soma, Cold War, which is old. Destiny 2 Past, which is old, but I just put it into a playlist, I believe. The Forest Live, so that was like 3 years ago, yeah. So that was Eddie and I's like live version, the remake of The Forest. There again, Greedfall. There we go. That's the game. It was 3 years ago that we stopped playing it. Damage Control was the last episode. Then we got Control Portion 1. Okay. I think we'll do Control again too at some point, and it'll be called Second/Helping, because Portion 1, Second Helping. I don't know, just dorky, dorky Trekisms. What do we got? Metro Exodus. Jeez, that's crazy that we started. Metro Exodus was a year ago? No way. You're kidding me. We must have taken a break on Metro Exodus. There must have been some sort of like break or something with it. Cause that's crazy that Metro Exodus started a year ago. It doesn't feel like we finished it a year ago. 4 months ago. Yeah, 4 months ago sounds right. I guess. Where else? What are we? Metro Exodus 2 Colonies, Dead Island, Doom Eternal, Resident Evil 5, Metro Exodus Sam Story, Destiny 2 Next, Genshin Impact Season 2, Elden Ring New Game Plus, which only has 2 fucking episodes. God damn it, Eddie. Hellblade Sauna Sacrifice, Saunas, Sacrifice Venice 2089, which started that 10 months ago, finished it 2 months ago. Cool. Now we're getting kind of closer to the top. Still Wakes the Deep. Crazy that Far Cry 4, Starfield, Siren. Oh, Siren. I think about it so often for some reason. I don't know what it was. Verdict Courthouse, but that's not even a game. That's just, yeah, Platinum Series, which also again isn't a game. Elden Ring Rise of the Swordsman, Destiny 2 Shape, Genshin Impact Season 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Book of Regina George, Resident Evil 6, and Katamari. Yeah, so interesting. Okay, I am going to get to the actual game because literally was not.
Captain! Over here!
Captain.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to
Exactly.
All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Yeah, I think by the end of this, like, kind of portion that we're doing with Starfield, I kind of want to finish up this mission. If that means we get a little extra after that, that's fine with me, but it won't be anything
You must
important.
be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor. That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Exactly.
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer,
Sarah,
then so
I
be it.
fucking hate
I'm
you
inclined to agree.
so much.
As am I.
Why is she with us?
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
Not the
Terramorphs.
spaceport. Terramorphs,
Terramorphs.
no.
More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how
And
it's
you've
done.
dealt with these things before.
We're on it, man. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Ew, ew, ew. Get on my way. We gotta move in. Get out of the fucking way.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Oh, that's right, because it
We're trying to help you!
controls their.
I can't stop!
That's it. Now hit him with everything you...
You picked the wrong fight. You're done.
I never get to use this thing.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know.
I
They
guess
were down at
so.
the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just
the
lose
fuck is that?
control.
Don't do that.
Turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. And keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully the TV is already low, but should have turned down the volume, I forgot.
What was that? My God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the
An
EM and pull
evacuation
some
order
firepower.
has been
Let's
issued
move!
for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
The nearest shelter. This is not good, guys. We're in a bad situation. Yeah, I thought this mission was so fun. Or so interesting.
You might back up! Don't just stand there! Kill it! Here!
Oh, God. Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real! We have to
I'm
put
chilling.
down that morph!
Back! Stay back!
Open fire! There's one right there! Kill it!
Damn it.
Well, Sarah, use like an actual gun. Why are you so close to it?
Not gonna last much longer.
Don't let it through!
Wait, officer? Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, we've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
We'll hold them as best we can. You better? Anything in here worth my time? Don't look like it. Alright. Let's fuck it up. Let's fuck it up, boys. Oh, what is this one?
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight.
Exactly.
Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Your call. We're on the line.
My ship just chilling. Oh, fuck you. Hit this one first, I think. Yeah.
You're not gonna leave me, are you?
Down! Get down!
You handled yourself well back there.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's see how much damage this does to one. Holy shit. Just use my shotgun. Wait. Bang! Bang! Oh. Second here. Bang! 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 Bang!
Hey, over here. Please. You have to help me.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
No duh, Sarah. No duh.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes.
Before exiting your homes. One second. Specifically wondering what this is. Yeah, I guess it does need to be added. That sucks. There's like a there's like a 2-minute video that I was like sitting here like, do I even need it? But it looks like it's part of the game, so I guess it's getting added. God, it looks like the first episode of Brigmore Witches of Dishonored got fucked. It just got fucked, and I kind of vaguely remember, but it got fucked so hard. It's like in like four to five different parts. I'm like, what the hell? One's missing because I assume there literally was nothing in it.
Whole building's on lockdown.
That's
We're
Captain.
counting on you, Captain.
Hadrian,
Don't let my people.
it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today,
Oh, sure, thanks.
as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now,
No duh.
today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Hell yeah, boy.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Oh shit.
So, will you help us?
I mean, you know, I was banished from my home I think a citizenship would be kind of nice.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Those creatures killed UC citizens.
You're
They're not
dismissed.
killing anymore.
They're not killing anymore.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
These creatures can hit us in New Atlantis. Nowhere is safe.
Nowhere is safe.
We're on the cutting edge of technology here. It's an exciting place to be.
Excuse me?
What?
He said what? Oh, that's gonna set back negotiations.
They said it's over. That we can get back to work.
Who the fuck said excuse me to me?
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome
Yes,
to
ma'am.
Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
You do know what the archives are, correct?
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, the
House
UC
Varun.
is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Of course it is.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to
Doesn't mean we
speed on who you're
can't
dealing with.
Creative.
Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
We'll do the Freestar Collective because that should be
good
pretty
Ambassador
easy.
Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
If Sam is any example of how stubborn the Freestar people can be, then I can imagine how difficult it must be dealing with this ambassador.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code. Said like you've done this before. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Maybe even convinced to work with you.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Oh, god damn it.
Captain, would you like to finish your... Official line is that you're to negotiate with her. Use your charm and personal narrative to sway her to our... My suggestion is to access the list. She's also got a staff. Ambassador Balmore's a challenge.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here.
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval. It does, but there's a concern.
We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive.
His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind.
Be smart out there, Captain.
Do.
Okay. Hello.
Okay. Hello. Oh, whatever. So I'm like partially distracted.
Captain, congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard. Captain, can I help you? Take care now.
No. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office before I can set foot in there.
You gotta be kidding me. It's plumbing, not a peace treaty. It could cause an incident. It would mean my job, sir. Fine. I'll begin the process. Wouldn't want to withhold a chance for more red tape from the great UC. If you have a maintenance request, just get it in the system. We'll be there eventually.
We'll be there eventually.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in our office.
You're a visitor? Hey, where are you? Oh, hey, I was trying to talk to you.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you.
Terramorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here? I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Fuck you, bitch.
What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right. I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go? You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance, one, to convince me. Understood. I'm listening.
I was like, do I have an auto persuade? I do, but she does. I do have 3 turns.
I suppose you might be right. Easy to lose sight of the big picture sometimes. I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility. No one does.
Sweet.
Captain. The only question is how to do it. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement? Excellent. Follow me.
Oh shit, we convinced this bitch. She gave me like a key or what's up?
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Cool. You could have broken in. That's funny. Well, I went over pretty smoothly, actually. Oh, I see. Or there, yeah. That went over very smoothly. I'm glad. Compared to usual situations where it's 50-50. Sometimes we go in hot, sometimes we go in cold. But this one was very smooth. Very clean. Okay, where to next? Fuck you. Okay, almost an hour.
What? Oh,
What? Oh. Excuse me.
How can I help you be the best you possible? Hi, welcome to Enhance. If you're here to try all our services.
So you just, yeah, you just can edit your person.
Anytime you'd like a different.
Yeah. It's not too expensive either. Must be a store. It has to be a store.
Say it's a scam, but I really.
Go check it out.
Well, you're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. All of our products come. And while I've never... As I've said, I wouldn't sell any. And of course, if they're...
Okay.
Yes, by all means.
Got some weapons. Auto rivet. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, okay.
Be careful out there.
You're garbage. Your store has worthless. How much money do we have, though? Thinking about that. Actually, a decent amount. Which is funny because it literally all goes into. It all goes into. I don't think I really need a max out persuasion at the moment. Oh, that's actually really nice.
Can we run through it one more time?
You can over-rehearse.
Why do I have the embassy override? Excuse me. What the fuck happened here? What the fuck? I don't remember this. Perfect. Jesus Christ. The fuck is going on in here? What happened? Fuck. There we go.
Never could get the hang of hacking. I prefer a more direct approach myself.
I prefer a more direct approach myself. The fuck was going on in here? It's not creepy at all.
Yeah, what is it? Want to see what I'm
Damn you. Huh. Interesting. Like, what the fuck happened here?
Show me what you've got.
Sweet. The way it just stood there for a second, like, what you gonna do? Where you even come from? Or did it clear out the smoke? That's cool. Yeah, what the fuck happened here? I wonder.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
He was supposed to say I better get all that shit.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... An archive code. So the UC requires information then. On terramorphs, presumably, Do I see this all clearly? The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility in vouching for this man's integrity. He'll keep his word.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And...
Oh, I didn't even realize he was...
let it be used for good.
Okay, interesting. Okay, thank you. Ooh. That's sweet. Nuclear fuel rod? What the fuck? Need to get rid of this shit. Put it inside the fucking jet. Sarah, why is your inventory full? You're detrimenting me. I think I already took the bounty off myself.
Why can't they just sign off on the quarterly budget already?
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With
Yes, ma'am.
Radcliffe and Balmore. We're all in agreement. So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Sorry. Getting a little distracted here. So
Yes?
I assume be making our way towards our ship. Nope. Or maybe, I don't know.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
On the record? What?
Oh, they're like behind. Okay. I'm just gonna go to my shit real quick.
I'm told by top officials the captain already has a plan in place to open the Armistice archives.
I don't think that door is supposed to be open still. What's going on? Danger. Danger.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Looks like you got a few diplomatic mission stamps in your file.
What can I help you with? If you have any gear...
got in. Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Of course I've been muted this entire time.
Another day.
Wow. It hasn't been that long because like I took a dab like probably like 10-20 minutes ago. But still. Ugh, my fucking god, so annoying.
Something to report?
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules.
Interesting.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
It's interesting that the house for a room is just kind of gone to shit.
All codes verified. Unlock engaged. You may proceed, Captain.
Freestar, there we go. It's pretty fucking cool. I like it. Enter the future door, or exit through the future door. Sarah's just being left behind the entire time. Return the data. There's a lot of like back and forth, but at least it's like different places. So we're doing different things. That was kind of interesting.
Everything good? We're here to help.
There you are. Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers, and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
And sweet, we get to go back to Mars, so that works out because I can sell those contraband.
It won't take long.
Won't take long.
Follow me. Follow me. This requires a little more pomp. It won't take long. This requires a little more pomp.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Interesting. I know the Rev had the REV had turrets.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now,
Sweet.
the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Interesting, okay. You're going to subsection 7. Interesting. What the fuck? Weird, okay.
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
I'll be fine. You go on ahead.
I was like, is that door gonna close? It is.
Please, come down and approach the intercom.
What the
You and I should
fuck?
chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? No, I suppose not. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional Terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny Hadrian have already made impressive progress on. And I'd like to help. Though I am curious. nature of our little family. Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know. Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wolf System. There's a star station in the vicinity, the Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Interesting. Little server room. It's like a little nice establishment though. Yeah. A lab, full on digs. Interesting.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
I'm listening.
Pardon?
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Captain, please. Keep your voice down.
Keep your voice
The
down.
situation with the prisoner is a complex one. A holdover from a different era.
But it's a situation we've been managing as discreetly and humanely as we can for some time now. And the most critical part of that management is making sure no one else learns of it. Do I make myself clear?
Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question. But bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC.
What's being offered in return? Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just
How is he
so long
so
as you make every
good?
effort
And
to
how
bring the
do they
man in alive.
not know
Now,
what
is there
he
anything else you wanted to
researches?
discuss regarding your meeting? Then I'll bid you good day, Captain, and remind you of the importance of discretion.
So is it like a activity then? Hmm. To Mars? Not to Mars. Not yet, at least, it looks like. I was supposed to say, hopefully we don't get scanned. Oh.
Welcome to the den. If you have business, feel free to land.
This actually might be where you can sell illegal stuff too. So.
Docking cycle complete.
Got anything you need to offload? Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Interesting. Okay.
Something you need?
Only a matter of time before I get promoted out of here.
Always a pleasure to meet someone new. Welcome to the trek. Our stock may not be it, and seeing as it is a pleasure to... Certainly.
Hell yeah, buddy. See if we have any other contraband in here. I don't think so. We've been taken out. I think the next ship I build is gonna be a... I think it'll be another medium-sized ship.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard. Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform. So, what can I do for you?
Her fucking stare.
Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you
Dude,
can tell me
she
about
is
him?
creepy as shit looking.
Seriously? Out here? Surprised they didn't send out a general notice he's in town. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect we would have heard something... Wait... The Warlock! There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it. And at least 2 never came back. A theory is debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them, well, I can give you the coordinates of the Warlock's last sighting. Can't think of a better spot your Orlaise might be hiding. Sure thing. Here, this should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Okay, creepy ass. Let's get it. There we go.
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, moat. All systems. Shoot them down.
Target's shields are down. We've taken out their shields. Target's shields are offline. Ha! They're not jumping. Tagged their grab drive. We've blown out their grab drive. Their grab drive's down.
Oh, well, I didn't want to destroy the ship. See. Thinking that's the jump there. Said stuff about the EMs, but like... I didn't realize we hit a fucking mine.
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, moat. All systems. Shoot them down. Allow me to return the favor. That was luck. You will need to try harder.
We've blown out their grav drive. You tagged their grav drive. Enemy's grav drive? Ha! They've lost grav jump capability. So
the engines. What are you?
There we go.
Dead in space. Target's jump system down.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. Sweet. Was it black and white?
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Exactly. Alright, I think we'll call it a day here. Inside this man's ship.
I lost everything because of the UC. They will get no more.
Yes, yes.
Pilot emergency detected. Hatch override engaged.
But if you can catch him before he, so let me actually do this real quick then. If not, I'm gonna save, and then we'll go investigate his vehicle.
You will not take me. I lost everything because of the UC. They will
Okay.
get no more.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go look at his ship later. This man just awesome himself. Save. Sweet. Alrighty, and until next time, y'all. But as always, have a good one. God damn it.